Hey everybody, this is Adrian at Zanzas Toys with an update as to what we've been up to lately. So the holidays are mainly over, and that means that I'm freed up to get back to the adventure part of Unlimited Adventures. So if you've been following our uploads, you know that lately there's been a lot of holiday themed stuff, like this parametric Christmas present, which opens, which is fun, and and then for New Year's we had our champagne bottle and champagne glass, which is lots of fun. But now that the holidays are mainly over, uh, the scope kind of opens back up. So I finally got around to something I've been meaning to do for a while. I saw this article about a cache of ancient Greek pottery being found on the ocean floor, and they had these pots that just looked like they'd be really fun for archaeological dig or maybe an ancient tomb or anything along those lines, right? So I finally got around to making those. So that's that. And this was really quick. It took maybe an hour or so to model, and it's really fun. So good scatter terrain or props for 1/18th tomb raiding. So the other thing that happened is I went to Daiso. So Daiso is fantastic. If you don't know what Daiso is, it's this Japanese dollar store. It's a fantastic resource for projects. And one of the things I found there on a recent trip was this. So it's meant to be put on your fingernails for fancy fingernails. But I noticed that these butterflies are pretty much just the right scale for 1/18th scale figures. And so that made me think about display cases. So that led me to make this. So what we have here is a little display case that can go on the wall behind the figure and show off some, a diploma from Miskatonic University or some ancient artifact or maybe just some butterflies. So what's cool about this is that it's actually parametric. So I've got a couple different sizes here. So here we have that. And here's a slightly bigger one. Here. So the way it works is there's two pieces, right? So you glue a little bit of plastic there, put in whatever you want, and then glue it together, or snap it in, and you've got your display. So the other thing about this is not only are the width and the height parametric, but this distance is too. So you can, if you have something a little bit thicker, you can make a larger display case too. So check that out if you're interested. So the other thing that's been going on is a friend of ours is their daughter is having a 5th birthday party soon, and so I wanted to make something fun, a sort of a party game for that. So the theme is the Little Prince, and so what I'm working on is sort of a kind of a memory game, kind of a pin the tail on the donkey kind of thing, where there's going to be a planet, so one of the small planets, kind of like from the book, and the goal is to find the rose, just like the Little Prince is trying to find his rose, right? So how do you find the rose? So what I've got is another, once again from Daiso, I've got this exercise ball, which is going to be the planet, and then I'm going to have a bunch of these. So what's this? So what it is it's a crater with a magnet in it, and then there's these tabs that also have a magnet and fit into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print card discs with different characters on it, one of which will be the rose, and the others will be various other characters from the story. And that'll go on like that. This will go on to the planet, sort of like this. And then the game of it is kids can turn one over, see if they find the rose, put it back, and that can continue until somebody finds the rose. And then we can randomize these again and start all over. So this is coming along pretty nicely. One thing that was a little bit tricky about this from a printing perspective is the bottom of the crater has a very, very subtle concavity, so it can fit on the exercise ball. And that just didn't print very well as one piece. So I tried doing it with some support that was really hard to clean. I tried doing it with, I actually used OpenSCAD to put in these supports to have a little more control, and that still just didn't really work very well. And so what I've ended up doing is just printing it in two pieces. So here's one of the pieces. So it's most of the crater, but you can see it's got a completely flat surface here. And then what I do is I actually don't have one printed to show you right now, but I have another part that's also flat there, and that provides the nice slight concavity. So that seems to be working really well. And yeah, so that's coming along. The magnets were also from Daiso. So I promised Daiso isn't giving me any money, but if you do live anywhere near Daiso, you should check it out if you are interested in good resource for projects. So that's about it for this week, and yeah, see you next time. Thanks.